Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Jayendra Rank Zone classes. I'm your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, today we are going to start with the last topic of morphology and anatomy of cockroach, that is the reproductive system. This part comes under the anatomy of cockroach, and this is the last lecture for the same category. Reproductive system of cockroach. Cockroach, it is unisexual, mean it shows sexual dimorphism. Male and female reproductive organs are present on different bodies. First, we will discuss about the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system, it includes a pair of testes which extends from 3 to 6 abdominal segment. Each testis formed of 3 to 4 lobes. Each lobe is divided into many lobules. As we have learned in humans, in human reproduction, the seminiferous tubules, they are having so many testicular lobules, okay? So like that only. So there is a one pair of testes which is located on third to sixth, between 3 to 6 abdominal segments, and each testis is formed of 3 to 4 lobes. Okay, each lobe is divided into many lobules. Vasa differentia. Vasa difference arises from each testis, then open into the ejaculatory duct. Vasa differentia or vasa difference, it ejects or it helps to pass out the sperms, okay, from each testis into ejaculatory duct. So basically vasa differentia, it connects ejaculatory duct with the testis. Ejaculatory duct opens outside by male genital pore. Ejaculatory duct opens outside when from or through the male genital pore. Seminal vesicle in form of vesicles located upon ejaculatory duct. Seminal vesicle in form of vesicles means lobes, glands located upon the ejaculatory duct. A gland associated with seminal vesicle called mushroom gland or utricular gland, having two types of tubules. Each tubule is small on inner side, utriculi brevis. A gland associated with seminal vesicle called mushroom gland or utricular gland, having two types of tubules. Small tubules on inner side known as utriculi brevis, and large tubules outside, they are utriculus majorus. This long tubule called uricose gland. Okay, so this is the long tubule is known as what? The uricose gland. These absorb the excretory material from hemocoel, that is blood filled cavity. Blood filled cavity. So the small tubules on inner side utriculus brevis, and the large tubules outside are utriculus majorus. These long tubules or utriculus majorus are known as what? Uricose gland. They are known as what? Uricose glands. Okay. These uricose glands, they absorb excretory material from hemocoel, okay, which is the blood filled cavity. A gland located on the mushroom gland, okay, called phallic gland or congoblate gland. Okay, so there is a gland which is located on the mushroom gland, which is known as phallic gland or congoblate gland. Conglobate gland. This conglobate gland, it opens outside by the long cut, okay, known as phallic aperture. This gland opens outside the body through a long cut known as phallic aperture. Okay. So ejaculatory duct opens through the male genital pore outside of the body. Okay. A gland associated with the seminal vesicles are mushroom gland or utricular gland, having two types of tubules: small gland utriculus brevis inner side, long glands utriculus majorus outside. And among these utriculus majorus, the longest or the long tubules, they are known as what? Uricose glands, which help to absorb the excretory material from the hemocoel. A gland which is located on the mushroom gland is known as what? Phallic gland or conglobate gland. It opens outside through a long cut known as the phallic aperture. Okay. Chitinous structures associated with the phallic aperture and male genital pore called phallomeres or gonapophyses. Okay, so chitinous structures which are associated with phallic aperture and male genital pore are called phallomeres or gonapophyses. So chitinous structures which are associated with the male genital pore called phallomeres or gonapophyses. Gonapophyses. Male genital pore called phallomeres or gonapophyses. Right? So move to the next slide. Phallomeres, left phallomere, right phallomere, and ventral phallomeres. Phallomeres there are three types: left phallomere, right phallomere, and ventral phallomeres. Okay. So this is the, you can see this is the diagram which is given for reproductive system. Okay. It includes all the essential organs like left phallomere, right phallomere, ventral phallomere. Okay. Male gonopore, pseudopenis, anal style, anal cerci, ejaculatory duct, duct of Falling gland, seminal vesicle, long tubules, vasa deferens, small tubules, utricular gland. Okay. Left phallomeres. Left phallomeres, they are made up of flat chitinous plate. Four types of lobes are attached to it. The lowermost lobe is known as what? Titillator, which is having a hook on the tip on the left side. Okay. So the left phallomere, it is made up of flat chitinous plate, which is having four types of lobes attached to it. Four types of lobes attached to it. The lowermost lobe is titillator, which is having a hooks or tips on the left side. Pseudopenis, which is a long with below apex, means swollen apex. Then aspirate lobe, which is having a lobe of spiny surface. Phallic duct opens at the base of aspirate lobe. And the innermost lobe, which is known as what? Actulobus, which is having a hook on the right side. So phallomeres, the left phallomere, it is having it is made up of flat chitinous plate, which is having four lobes. The lowermost lobe is having titillator on the tips. Okay, this titillator is having hooks on the left side. Okay, then pseudopenis, which is having a long with bulo apex. Pseudopenis, which is having the long bulo apex. Okay. Then aspirate lobe, which is having a lobe of spiny surface. There is a lobe of spiny surface on the aspirate lobe, having a phallic duct opening at the base of aspirate lobe. The aspirate lobe is having a opening of phallic duct at the base of aspirate lobe. Innermost lobe is the ectolobus, which is having a hook on the right side. So these are left phallomeres. Now coming to the right phallomeres. Right phallomeres having two lobes, left phallomeres having four lobes. The upper lobe and the lower lobe. Upper lobe is having opposing plates, okay, and lower lobe they are having serrate lobe, okay. Lower lobe is serrate lobe. So the upper lobe is having opposing plates, and the lower lobe is having serrate lobe, which is having a two large hooks present at the apex of serrate lobe. On the serrate lobe, there is the presence of two large hooks, a hook present on the base of serrate lobe as well. So the right phallomere is having two lobes, the upper lobe and the lower lobe. Lower lobe, serrate lobe, upper lobe, opposing plate. Okay. Upper lobe, opposing plate, and the lower lobe, serrate lobe. Hooks on the serrate lobe. Okay. Apex of the serrate lobe. Okay. These are male gonapophyses. You can see that diagram. Ejaculatory duct, gonopore. This is the phallic gland aperture. Aspirate lobe. You can see the aspirate lobe is having a hook. Okay. Pseudopenis, copulatory organ, titillator. This is titillator. Okay. Titillator is also having a hooks on the left side. On the left side. Then these are the opposing plates. Right phallomere. Okay. Opposing plates, right phallomere. These are the hooks present, and these are the serrate lobe. Okay, serrate lobe, you can see the hooks attached to it. Okay. Understood? The simplest and formed of flat titanium plates. Okay. Hooks help in opening of ootheca pore of female phallomeres. They are external genital organs. Okay. So phallomeres, they are basically simplest and formed of a flat chitinous plate. Hooks help in the opening of ootheca pore of female. Sorry. So these hooks, they are helpful in opening the oothecal pore of the female. Phallomeres, they are external genital organs. Spermatogenesis, it is complete in testis. Seminal vesicle, it helps to store the sperms for a transitional period. All the sperms glue together to form a ball called sperm ball. Okay, so there is an adhesion of sperms to form a sperm ball. Okay, peripheral tubules secrete a membrane. Peripheral tubules, they secrete a membrane, the innermost, around the sperm ball called spermatophore. So peripheral tubules, they help to secrete a membrane on the inner or innermost region around the sperm ball. This is known as what? Spermatophore. Small tubules, they secrete a nutritive fluid in spermatophore. Okay. Peripheral tubules, they will secrete the innermost layer around the sperm ball called spermatophore, and small tubules, they secrete a nutritive fluid in spermatophore. At the time of copulation, at the time of copulation, spermatophore enters into the ejaculatory duct. At the time of copulation, spermatophore, it enters into the ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct secrete a middle coat of spermatophore. So the innermost layer is secreted by the peripheral tubules of around sperm ball known as spermatophore. Okay, small tubules, they secrete the nutritive fluid in spermatophore. Okay, at the time of copulation, spermatophore enters into the ejaculatory duct. At the time of spermatophore enters into the ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct secrete middle coat of spermatophore. Ejaculatory duct, it secrete a middle coat of spermatophore, and secretion of phallic gland. And secretion of phallic gland produces outermost layer. So the middle coat of spermatophore is secreted by the ejaculatory duct, and the secretion of phallic gland produces outermost layer, okay, of spermatophore. So spermatophore is triple layered. It is a triple layered structure. The triple layered structure, the outermost layer is the secretion of phallic gland. The middle coat is the secretion of the ejaculatory duct, and the innermost layer is of peripheral tubules. Understood? Female reproductive system. Now we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, it includes what? A pair of ovary which is situated in the second to sixth segment of abdomen. Male reproductive system. Testes, they are located from third to sixth segment of the abdomen. So female reproductive system, ovaries are located on the from second to sixth segment of the abdomen. Each ovary is made up of 8 long tubules called ovaries. Each ovary is having 8 long tubules which are known as what? Ovaries. Each ovariole is differentiated into 5 parts. Each ovariole is differentiated into 5 parts. The uppermost part, which is the syncytial filament, which is made up of multinucleate cytoplasm. Okay. So each ovariole is differentiated into 5 parts. The uppermost part is syncytial filament, which is made up of multinucleate cytoplasm. This filament suspends ovarioles to dorsal body wall. This filament suspends ovarioles to dorsal body wall. Okay. Germarium, it contains Oogonia. Germarium, it contains Oogonia. Vitellarium, okay, it is beaded due to growing oocytes. Vitellarium is beaded due to growing of oocytes. The egg chamber, each egg chamber has mature ovum. Each egg chamber it is having mature ovum. At a time 16 ova are matures. At a time 16 ova are matures. Okay. Pedicel, it contracts and helps in retaining ovum in egg chamber. So pedicel, it helps to contract, okay? It contracts and help in retaining ovum in egg chamber, okay? So the female reproductive system, it includes a pair of ovary from which extends from the second to sixth abdominal segment. Each ovary is made up of 8 long tubules called ovarioles, ovaries. Okay, each ovariole is differentiated into 5 parts. Okay, please rectify, it is ovariole, ovaries or ovariole. When the ovary is differentiated into 8 long tubules, which are known as what? Ovarioles. Okay. Each ovariole is differentiated into 5 parts. The uppermost part, which is having which is syncytial filament, which is made up of multinuclear cytoplasm. These filaments suspends ovarioles to dorsal body wall. These filaments help to fix the ovarioles to dorsal body wall. Germarium, it contains oogonia. Germarium, it helps to contain oogonia. Vitellarium, it is beaded due to the growing oocytes. So germarium, it contains oogonia. Vitellarium, it is beaded due to the growing oocytes. Egg chamber, each egg chamber has mature ovum. Each egg chamber is having a mature ovum. At a time, 16 ova matures. Each egg chamber is having mature ovum, and at the time 16 ova are matures. Pedicel, it contracts and help in retaining ovum in egg chamber. Pedicel, it contracts and help in retaining ovum in egg chamber. All pedicel of ovary join to form a small oviduct. All pedicel of ovary join to form a oviduct. So all pedicel of ovary, they join to form small oviduct. Both oviduct fuse and form vagina. Both oviduct fuse and form vagina. Understood? So vitellarium, germarium, egg chamber, each egg chamber has mature ovum. At a time 16 ova are matures. Pedicel, it contracts and helps in retaining ovum in egg chamber. It contracts and helps in retaining ovum in egg chamber. All pedicel of a ovary join to form a small oviduct. All pedicel of ovary, they join to form a small oviduct. Both oviduct fuse to form vagina. Both oviduct fuse to form vagina. So this is the female reproductive tract. You can see the spermatheca, the right collateral gland, the left collateral gland, the female genital pores, gonapophysis, vestibulum, genital chamber and vestibulum, they collectively known as what? Genital pouch. So the genital chamber and vestibulum, they are collectively known as genital pouch. Okay. Then oviduct, common oviduct of vagina, vitellarium, germarium. Okay. Terminal filaments. Terminal filaments, vitellarium, germanium, they are ovarioles. These ovarioles are the parts which help to attach the ovary to the dorsal body. Understood? So ovary, these ovary are having 8 to 10 ovarioles, which are fine tube-like structures, okay, which are further differentiated into terminal filament, germanium and vitellarium. Understood? Now coming to next, vagina. Vagina is the external opening. Vagina opens inside body in a genital chamber. So vagina, it helps to connect the external surrounding, okay, to the genital chamber. So vagina opens inside, okay, in genital chamber. Then genital chamber, formation of genital chamber by the fusion of 3 abdominal sternum. Okay, so 3 abdominal sterni, they fuse to form genital chamber. 3 abdominal sterni, they help to form genital chamber. Seventh sternum forms the floor of genital chamber. Seventh sternum forms the floor of the genital chamber. Eighth and ninth sternum becomes telescoped inwards to form the root and the side of this pouch. Okay, it is brood. Okay, So eighth and ninth sternum becomes telescoped inwards, okay, to form the brood and the side of this pouch. The pouch itself is divisible into genital chamber in front and oothecal chamber behind. So the three abdominal segments, they fuse to form genital chamber. The seventh sternum, it forms the floor of the genital chamber. The eighth and ninth sternum, they are telescoped inwards to form the brood and the side of this pouch. The pouch itself opens outside and inside. The outside is the front genital chamber, and then at the back, at the behind, is oothecal chamber. Eight The eighth point is a pair of spermatheca associated with the genital chamber. Spermatheca unequal in size. Spermatheca is unequal in size, although it is paired, but it is unequal in size. Okay. Both spermatheca open by a pore in genital chamber. The spermatheca, it opens through a pore in the genital chamber. A platform in genital chamber just beneath the spermatheca pore called spermatheca papilla. There is a projection, or there is a, we can say, a platform in the genital chamber just beneath the spermatheca, which is known as what? Spermatheca papillae. A pair of collateral glands associated with the genital chambers. These are branched tubular glands. The left collateral gland is more branched than the right collateral gland. Okay, a pair of collateral glands associated with the genital chamber, in which the left collateral gland is more branched than the right collateral gland. They are branched and tubular. Okay, a pair of genital chamber, a pair of collateral glands, sorry, are present associated with the genital chambers. The secretion of these genital chambers, they help to make oothecal case, help to make the oothecal case or oothecal cover. Okay. So the secretions of these collateral glands, they cover the oothecal chamber, or it makes the cover of the oothecal chamber. Understood? Spermatheca papillae is the opening, is the platform in the genital chamber just beneath the spermathecal pore. Both the glands, means the collateral glands, open in the genital chamber by a common pore. Okay. Three pairs of chitinous process hanging from the roof of genital chamber into its cavity are the external genitalia of female cockroach. Okay. These are called ovipositor. Ovipositor process because they serve to arrange the ova in the newly formed ootheca. So they help to position the ova. That is why the name is given ovipositor. Okay. And possible help in giving proper shape to the ootheca. So there are three pairs of chitinous processes hanging from the roof of genital chamber into its cavity. Okay, so you have to remember that there are three pairs of chitinous process hanging from the roof of the genital chamber into its cavity are the external genitalia of female cockroach. They are called ovipositor process because they serve to arrange the ova in newly formed ootheca and possible help in giving proper shape to the ootheca as well. So this is the second slide. Now population. Breeding season. What is breeding season? Breeding season extends from March to September. The females secretly, when they have or they secrete a highly odorous, means smell, and volatile sex attracting scent from their scent gland called pheromones or ectohormones. These are local hormones which are secreted by the scent gland or the phero ecto the scent gland or the sex attracting glands. Okay, the females secrete this scent. Okay, it is highly odorous and volatile. Breeding season is from March to September. The male perceive the smell of this scent, and with the help of olfactory sensillae located upon their antennae. So antennae is having olfactory sensillae. The male, means it is going to move or attract towards it. The male cockroach opens the ootheca pore with the help of hooks. Okay, the male inserts the whole of its phelomeres into the female genital pouch. Then it inserts its pseudopenis into the female gonopore for firm anchorage. The male inserts whole of its phelomeres into the female genital pouch. After that, it inserts the pseudopenis into the female gonopore for firm anchorage. In this position, the male genital pore situated on the spermathecal papillae discharge spermatophore by male genital pore upon the spermathecal papillae of female. In this position, the male genital pore situated on the spermathecal papillae it discharges the spermatophore by male genital pore, okay, upon the spermathecal papillae of female. After that, the secretion of its phallic gland upon spermatophore. So the secretion of the phallic gland, it helps to take the spermatophores to the required place. So breeding season is from March to September. Okay. Then the male cockroach opens the oothecal pore by its hook. The male insert all of its phelomeres into the female genital pouch. After that, it inserts the pseudopenis into the female gonopore to form the pump activage. In this position, the male genital pore situated on the spermatical papillae discharges spermatophore by male genital pore upon the spermatical papillae of female. After the secretion of its phallic gland upon the spermatophore. Now, copulation time is 1 hour. Copulation time is around 1 hour. The spermatophore, it remains attached. The spermatophore, it remains plastered to the spermatical papillae of female for about 20 hours. During this period, all types of sperms escape out and filling into the two spermatheca of the female. Then the female drops out the case of empty spermatophore. Okay. 16 ova, one from each ovariole of the two ovaries are discharged at a time into the genital pouch, where these are arranged by gonapophysis into the two parallel rows. Okay. So simultaneously, sperm stored in the spermatheca are also discharged into the genital pouch to fertilize the ova. So simultaneously, with the same process, the sperm sorted in the spermatheca are also discharged into the genital pouch, okay, to fertilize the ova. So this is the, these are the facts for regarding ovulation. That ovulation time is 1 hour. Okay. Fertilization. Fertilization is internal. After fertilization, the left collateral gland secretes a soluble milky protein, while the right one secretes dihydroxyphenone. Both secretions mix to form a brownish scleroprotein. After fertilization, the left collateral gland secretes a white milky substance, which is a protein, okay, while the right one secretes dihydroxyphenone. Both the secretions mix together to form the scleroprotein. Scleroprotein forms common egg, the cover or the case called ootheca. Formation time is 24 hours. One end of the ootheca like a saw, and these close the mouth of ootheca. The female deposits in some dark and dry places. Development: one female form 115 to 40 ootheca in lifetime. Development of egg takes place inside ootheca. Ootheca are the adaptation of terrestrial light to percent the water loss, or to prevent the water loss. To prevent the water loss. Okay. Development time is 4 to 8 weeks. Juvenile stage inside the ootheca is called nymph. Nymph appears like adult except for wings and reproductive organs. Nymph changes into the adult in 1 year. During metamorphosis, 7 to 12 times molting, 10 times molting average. Time interval between 10 two molting called stadium to 6 to 11 stadium between two consecutive moltings. In between molting, nymph is called instar. Adult insects are called immigo. Adult insects are known as what? Immigo. So fertilization is internal. Fertilization, the left collateral gland secrete a soluble milky protein known as what? The soluble milky protein, while the right one secretes the dihydroxyphenone. Both secretions mix to form the brownish appearance. Scleroprotein forms egg, ootheca in case means cover. Formation time is 24 hours. Okay, one end of ootheca is just like a saw, and these close the mouth of the ootheca. The female deposit in some dark places and dark, areas. Then development 50 to 40 ootheca, development of egg inside ootheca, ootheca adaptation of in terrestrial life to prevent the water loss. Development time is 4 to 8 weeks. Okay. Then nymph is called instar. Okay, and the adult is called immigo. The last is metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is the insect who have those who are having larva. They have to complete the stages. The type of metamorphosis is holometabolous, but cockroach shows incomplete metamorphosis, that is parametabolous. Okay. Cleavage is superficially neuroblastic. Gastrulation is ingression type. Type of gastrulation is ingression. Cleavage is neuroblastic. Okay, superficial neuroblastic. And egg is megalocytal or centrocytal. Mean yolk is at the center. Yolk is at the center. Understood? So the insect shows metamorphosis of two types: holometabolism. Okay, cleavage is superficial meroblastic, gastrulation is ingression, and egg is megalocycle or centrodecycle. Understood? So we have done the morphology and the anatomy of cockroach. Please go through the slides, especially the fertilization and all. Till then, bye bye everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.